Hello everyone and welcome back to Clover Knows Pets. I'm Clover and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my birds' living space. Now they're allowed to free roam the two largest rooms in our house, which are the living room and the playroom, which is pretty much my sister's room during the day, and so they have quite a variety of places to fly around during the day, lots of space to do what birds do best. Fly and interact with things. So I'm just going to show what that looks like. Now, of course, they do come to the other rooms with us. The living room, the kitchen, the pet room. Sorry, I just said living room, I meant dining room. And during the summer months and warmer months, they also do go outside in a carrier. And my cockatiel Fern here is actually training for free flight, where she will be able to fly outdoors without any restraints. Yeah. And she will be trained to come back and to avoid things, to be able to descend from trees, all of that. So by next summer or spring, she should be ready to start flying, which is really exciting because she comes from a really bad background. She basically, I'm not going to get too much into it, but she was pretty much kept in a cabinet. She had no perches. When we got her, she did not know how to walk. She did not know how to fly. She didn't know how to play with toys. Nothing. I had to teach her how to do pretty much everything. She had been kept like that for the first 4 years of her life, because the lady got her as a chick, after she kept a male and female cockatiel together with one of those cozy hut things. Don't use those for your birds. They're horrible. Anyways, the parents bred. She didn't want the chicks. For some reason, she kept them for 4 years like that. And yeah. But so I taught her how to fly, how to walk, how to play with toys, how to interact with other bird species. And so getting to do this will be really amazing to see. Anyways, let's get started. So first of all, it might be important to actually meet the birds. This is Fern, the one I was just talking about, my cockatiel. She is a cinnamon pearl white-faced cockatiel. And then these are my two budgies, also known as parakeets, but properly known as budgiegars or budgies. This is Eclipse, and this is Solar, so Solar Eclipse, as we say. They're super, super smart birds. Eclipse and Solar were both bought from Atlas Pets, a local small family-owned pet store near where I live. And their supplier is a reputable breeder. I forget the name, but yeah. Although I wouldn't buy any birds from a pet store anymore or from a breeder really, unless I'm looking for a specific bird. I'd much rather adopt or rescue like we did Fern. At the time I didn't know. Solar, the white one here, was my first bird. And we got Eclipse, the yellow and green one here, about a month after we got Solar, just because we didn't want Solar to be too dependent on us since I do have school. And yeah, we got Solar at 3 months old, Eclipse at 4. And yeah, now they're about 3 years old. And yeah. Solar here has been through pretty much everything that's supposed to kill a bird, a pet bird. When she was really little, she got upstairs and was chewing on the paint in the window seals. Now, we have a really, really old house, but we knew that's sort of what birds do, parrots especially, because all three of these guys, they are parrots, although she's a cockatiel. A cockatiel is a kind of cockatoo, and so she does have an attitude. These guys, budgies, they're the second smartest parrot species in the world. These are smart birds. And so, yeah, we just sort of didn't think much of it. I mean, of course, we'd take her off. But, yeah, apparently those window seals have lead paint on them from a very long time ago. That has since been taken care of, but yeah, we didn't know that. And she was actually eating the paint because lead tastes sweet, and she liked it. Of course, that led to serious problems. She got lead poisoning and had 11 seizures in a single day. She had tons more after that. We just stopped counting. And she was rushed to a avian vet hospital. She could not walk, she had serious neurological issues and would not stop having seizures. Yeah, and so they were hand feeding her, giving her fluids, and for such a tiny bird, that is a lot. And it is said that heavy metal poisoning kills over 97% of the parrots that get it. And so she had about a 97% chance of dying, but she didn't. She is now back to almost normal. For about a year, she had paralyzed feet and she couldn't really move, and so we had a bridge and stuff for her. We had a bunch of platform perches in the cage so that she could hop from perch to perch. And of course, we had a bunch of flat surfaces around the house that she could land on. Anyways, like I said, these days she now has almost full strength in her feet again and was left with some minor neurological issues. The only main one, and it's pretty amazing actually, because I think that's the only reason she's alive now, is she doesn't feel fear. And this has been confirmed by a vet, by the way. So if the other birds get scared by something outside or a loud noise, they normally will get really tall and smooth down their feathers or fly away. She does the same thing, but she doesn't heavily breathe. She doesn't get spooked, or nothing rises up. Like, she still feels calm. She's just mimicking the other bird's behavior. And so she doesn't freak out. More recently, this fall, it was the last day we were going to let the birds outside because it was getting pretty cold and we wanted them to be able to go out one more day because during the warm months they're out every single day in the carrier. But yeah, and we set them out. Then I came inside to get them some food and water and stuff. Yeah, Eclipse. And yeah, went back out. Solar is missing. She had escaped the carrier and was flying around the neighborhood. So she was outside. Being an albino bird, she also does have sensitive eyes to bright light, and it was a pretty bright day. That's why they were allowed out. So yeah, that was a problem. But of course, she's bonded with us, and so she came back once she saw us. She was really high up in a tree, and she'd gone all the way around the neighborhood. But yeah, we got her back from that. She came back without any treats, without any incentive. She came back to us, which makes me pretty happy because it means that she actually wanted to be with us and didn't just come back for food or the other birds. She came back because she wanted to come back to us, which makes me really happy. But yeah, even after that, she was attacked by a cat. Now, we have 5 cats, but we also have a dog that is trained to protect the birds. But of course, the dog was outside at the time, and a cat jumped up, grabbed her. I was sitting right nearby on the couch, so I was able to get to her quickly. But yeah, miraculously, she had no problem whatsoever. She had no puncture wounds. She was not freaked out. Like I said, she doesn't feel fear, so she couldn't go into shock or anything from the spook. And she was perfectly fine. I don't know how this bird is still alive, but she's the sweetest thing ever. She's super hand tame and doesn't mind being in someone's hand, and will even lay on her belly if you give her millet. She's fully flighted like all of our birds are, and so she can fly away at any moment. But no, she stays. Solar, come here. You come here, baby. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Good bird. So as you could see, it did take her a bit to think about what she was supposed to do, because that's her other thing. She doesn't seem to quite understand, like, A equals B scenarios. It takes her a very, very long time to learn tricks and training and stuff, so yeah. But her memory is just fine, because she just, overall you can tell, and she can still do the tricks once she learns them for a while, but it takes her a long time to learn them. And if she doesn't see the millet, she will not come, unlike our other birds who will come whether or not they have the millet. Clips! Oh, that's her other thing. But yeah, so now you know the birds. Go to my channel for the next video in the line where I show you the environment and cages. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.